So hello everyone, welcome to the podcast of the school. So this is Kuri and Carme. Kuri, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Kuri Moya. I'm a student from Carme's class, 2C1 English.
Very good student, by the way. Yeah.
Thank you. So when we start the course, I discovered that we have a shared passion for running.
Yeah, we do. So we do have it.
Now I'm here doing a podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very exciting opportunity for all of us to have this podcast here in the school, and especially for me as an English teacher, as a very brand new teacher, because I've only been working here for 4 years, which is not that much. And I think that we can make the most of this podcast because we can invite the students anytime, as Kuri is already doing, and we can encourage them to have a place to speak their minds, to share their passions, and it's a very wonderful opportunity for us. Yeah. So, Kuri, would you like to talk a bit about how you started with running? Because this is going to be a podcast, well, an episode actually about running, yeah, and our shared passion. Would you like to talk about this?
Yeah, I've been running my whole life because my father is one of the pioneers of this area doing triathlons in the 80s and 90s.
Oh my God.
So I don't even remember when I started.
Okay, so you started running even before you were born, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then I did my first duathlon, that is run when I was 4.
Wow.
And I did my first triathlon when I was 8.
Wow.
And
so duathlon is like
duathlon, you have to run first, then do cycling, and run again.
Okay, and the triathlon is about
swim, bike, run.
Right, good, very complete.
Yeah.
Group of sports.
Exactly.
Interesting. Wonderful. Yeah, so I started running when 5 years ago, so I'm also quite of a brand new runner again. But I started with my 10K, so 10 kilometer race. Then I jumped to the half marathon phase, and now I'm just there preparing for a half marathon. And yeah, so you talked about Ironmans.
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, I've done 7 Ironmans already. It's quite crazy, but
wow.
I really enjoy that distance.
Yeah. Can you explain a bit about that?
It is 3.8 kilometers of swimming, normally on the sea.
So on the open sea, right?
Exactly. Or a lake or something. Then you have to do 180 kilometers with your bike.
Okay, wow, that's a lot.
And then a full marathon, 40
running.
Yeah, 42 kilometers of running.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow, you're so brave.
Yeah, you have to do it under 17 hours.
And what's your time?
Yeah, my best time is 11 hours and 44 minutes.
Oh my God.
And my worst time 16 hours and 35 minutes. I was watching the clock.
All right. Yeah. So I can see. Wow, that's such a challenging race.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if you compare yourself with the fastest woman of all times, that is Lucy Charles Barkley, it is 8 hours and 24 minutes. It's crazy.
Oh my God. So just 8 hours with these 3 activities.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah.
Well, crazy. So there's a half marathon in there, I've heard. Yeah?
I also do half Ironman, and you have to do a half marathon.
In there.
Yeah, exactly.
So the 21 kilometers.
Can you imagine your
No.
half marathon after?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I could run 21 kilometers after swimming and then go cycling and, combining all of them together. I think I couldn't imagine that. Yeah, wow, so tough.
I think it's enough. Only
I think just a half marathon, it's fine. Yeah.
So what's your goal?
My times now, it's 1 hour and 53 minutes, which is nothing. I mean, it's nothing compared to the women's world record, which is just 1 hour.
Yeah.
That's wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I want to, of course, improve my marks and. Not my marks, my times. And I'd like to do it in 1 hour and 40 minutes or 45.
That's great.
Yeah, that's like a super great goal. But let's see. It's going to happen in 2 weeks' time. So I still have 2 weeks to keep training. Usually it takes like 3 months for me to prepare. Usually, I've only done that for 3 times. This is going to be the 4th one. But yeah, I think...
You will do great.
Yeah, I think we both can do great. Do you have any upcoming goals for in the future?
Yeah, I'm doing the full Ironman in October here in Gandia. And I will try to do a little bit better than, but it's difficult because you have to train a lot.
yeah, I guess it's like combining so many activities together, so many sports. It's
and work and
and
friends
life,
and
life social
and
life,
coming to
English classes.
Exactly.
You said that you want to learn a new language, so that must be something you have to consider as well.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, so among all these training sessions, I think it's also important to keep an eye on nutrition, and
important.
Sleep, because it's a combination. I think running is a very complete. Now we're moving on to the running section, just running, but I think it's a very complete activity, sport, because it kind of gives you a balance between nutrition, sleep, mental strength, positivity, and of course exercise. So how do you handle nutrition in your life? Like what do you think is the essential?
I try to eat as healthy as possible, but it's always difficult for me to find the time between my job and training sessions. Stop to cook.
Exactly. If you want to eat healthy,
exactly.
That's another kind of thing. Yeah. I think but and I also think that hydration is also key here. It's a cornerstone, so we can't forget about that, because especially during the recovery times and
exactly. And if you do long runs, it's important to eat a lot and for example, grab your energy gel for your training sessions. So it's important. Also your equipment.
Exactly. Shoes. Shoes.
Exactly.
So you're an expert in shoes, because Kuri is you can introduce that yourself.
I work in a sports shop, and I've been working in this field for 8 years, and I'm kind of a geek with shoes. And these are my carbon plate shoes that allows you to run faster. Because it has a carbon plate that pushes you.
So I wonder how important it is for us to have good shoes for training, because in the beginning I used to run just with my basic trainers, and I realized that it was working properly. It was not working properly, and I started to have some problems with my feet, and I asked for advice, and they told me that I had to look for speed shoes and shoes for long runs. Is that actually, because I'm not an expert on that, but
it's important to know what kind of shoes do you need, because sometimes people come to our shop and say, what's your more expensive shoe?
Yeah, the most expensive one.
The most expensive shoe is not always the best choice for you.
Yeah.
So it's important to know what kind of run are you going to do.
Yeah.
For easy runs, it's important to find a shoe that is cushioned.
Yeah, with the right cushioning in there.
Exactly. And if you want to run faster, you can buy a carbon plate shoe.
Yeah, or carbon rods. This one have the rods here, and this I feel a huge difference between these ones and the other ones. Which are the ones
Brooks.
The Brooks ones.
Yeah.
Which are I've got the Ghost ones.
Yeah.
And this is a completely different feeling in my feet, but this of course helps you to run faster, and it's a harder kind of lower part, and it's also like your feet are tighter.
Exactly.
And in the other one, it's like your feet are more loose, and it's of course a different feeling. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's important to know which kind of shoe you need for each.
Right.
Kind
When
of
do
run.
you use your carbon shoes?
Only on Sundays, on race day.
Okay. Do you not use them when you have, for example, intervals or speed training?
Exactly. Sometimes I use them, but I don't want to use them that much because they are quite expensive.
And there's like kind of an expiration time. Yeah, so they expire, and right, and the motion that they provide you is not as accurate for your race day, right? Interesting. Yeah. So I think we've already covered the equipment, hydration, our personal goals, and I just want to close this episode by mentioning your last success, which was last week. Yeah. So you can explain that.
Yeah, I am currently the third lady overall in the Lassafort circuit.
Tell us about that. What's that?
There's 18 races. I did 17.
Right.
And you have to do at least 12. And it's from June to February. And it was
crazy. So nearly every single week you've got a race, right?
Yeah, almost.
Approximately.
And I had a marathon
in between,
half Ironman. Yeah.
Crazy,
and
right?
A lot of life happening in between.
So I wish you all the best, and I wish that I really hope that you can celebrate many more successes in your upcoming running life, and that your goals in the near future go brilliant. And I'll just let you know how that half marathon goes for me in our next classes. We can talk about that. But thank you so much for coming to the school today. And thank you so much for sharing that with the learning community. We're very pleased to share that with all of you. Thank you.
Bueno, I love it.